The journey of the Artemis II astronauts, it has been astonishing to watch. Diverse crew of space explorers flew further away from Earth than anyone has ever done before. The differences between them in terms of gender, race, nationality proved to not be problematic at all.
Strong bond just seemed to have formed and was on full display, particularly during that first press conference after re-entry.
Everything we did up there was a four-person activity.
We launched as friends, and we came back as best friends.
So what can their statements and the behavior towards one another show us about what is truly important in relationships? Joining us now, our relationship guru, Dr. Kirsten Lynn-Seal. Thanks so much for coming in today.
It's great to be here.
I love this as a topic because I think we all think, okay, we know astronauts are smart. We know they're good problem solvers. But there has to be a lot of emotional intelligence that goes along with being an astronaut.
Yes, very much so. The thing that struck me was actually it was like their first time that were even on stage. It was like a 15-minute thing, and the first, 8 minutes were sort of different NASA officials saying whatever, and then the 4 astronauts came out, and what they said during that time so moved me. The first, that was the commander, talked about the way that the perspective shifted. I mean, and then that amazing shot of the Earth behind the moon, that they had gone around, and how that just really changed how he saw like his place in the universe, kind of. And then we had the female astronaut talking about how she kind of bookended her thing with a human moment of the person knocking on the door saying it's go time or whatever for that, knowing that they were going to go that day, and then also coming back, and the nurse. But then one of the things that really struck me was the Canadian. He made everybody stand up. I mean, there were multiple hugs, right? But he made everybody stand up and put their arms around each other. And I may actually weep in talking about this, because he talked about the joy and he talked about love. And that, the modeling of that for an astronaut and a man, right? Because something that I see in my practice so much, and there are vast amounts of research that back this up, is that, so women have this thing of we're always in charge of relationships and emotions, and are you too emotional, whatever. But the flip side of that is that men really get short shrift, because they're and especially when you think about some of the rhetoric today about what men are supposed to be and aren't supposed to be. And they really, that is really damaging to men to imagine that they're not allowed to have emotions.
We saw the opposite of that here.
We saw the opposite of that here, and what that shows is how connected they were, what a strong bond it was, and how, I'm going to say, healthy and functional that relationship was with this crew.
I think something has to do with that too. This was literally life and death. I had to depend on you two to keep me alive up there, because it's us. That's it. That's all we got.
That's exactly right. And so, and I mean, what you could say are the sort of these bonds were forged in fire, right? The fire of the reality of life and death. But I also think connected to that, the little tiny blue-green orb that's just spinning, that we're all on, and when we're here, everything seems so intense, because it is. But really understanding, what that means for these 4 humans that are sort of flying around, and their reality then, and when they come back and bring that reality here, I like to say, saying that we don't have emotions, or we don't have to work on emotions, or pay attention to our emotions, is like saying we don't have toes, right? I mean, we're all made of the same stuff, and that was the thing that really struck me. Do you know what I mean? The showing the strength through actually showing up, through talking about and being explicit and talking about the word love. You think about the Greek word love, agape, which is world love, and that's, I think, what they were talking about in such an amazing way.
The other thing too, I thought about this a lot, was we've seen Big Brother, where you put people in a room for 10 days and they are not going to get along. But here, not only did they get along, they became, quote, best friends coming out of that experience. And there's something to be said for that.
Yeah, there really is. I mean, and so what that shows is they were really prioritizing their relationship. Because, like you were saying, because we know that relationship really, it kept them alive, it kept them sane, it kept them together, and, as it turned out, their journey was, pretty problem-free, it seems to me, right? So they didn't really run into any of those, but all of those things were possible. And so understanding that, and that's kind of, I mean, I think in a way, if we could all think about that we are actually all on this journey together as human beings, and the way we connect and respond to and respect and frankly love one another is so, I mean, it will lift us up to a higher plane.
That's what Victor was talking about before. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
What a great conversation.
I
Thank
love
you
it.
so much
I
for
love
joining
it.
us this morning.
Yes, thank
Absolutely.
you.